If you recently moved to the UK or are thinking of moving to the UK with your special needs child, or your child who is on the autism spectrum, or your child who has a neurological problem, and you do not know where to start looking for help, then stay tuned, because in this video I'll be showing you where to start looking for and getting the help that your child requires. Some of us were lucky that we knew one or two people that could point us to the right direction or show us exactly what to do at what time to get into the process of getting the help or getting exactly the help that the child needs. And so I would want to be that person for you who has no one to ask, or who is confused about where exactly to start looking for that help. This is a disclaimer. I am not a healthcare professional or an advisor. I am just a parent sharing her experience. So with that said, let's get into the video. Before we start, I would like to tell every parent who has a child who has a neurological problem, a special needs child, or a child on the autism spectrum, especially moms, you are really strong and you are doing a very good job. It's never been easy. I mean, this will let you understand what continuous heartbreak is, because you look at things, you look at your child and you wish things were different, but they are not. It's okay, and be kind to yourself. And I pray that the miracle working God will visit you and your family and restore to you all the years that this condition has stolen from you. So some of us, where we are coming from, these conditions do not receive the level of attention that it should receive, and the facilities present do not really help. Most of them are private and you have to spend a lot, and sometimes you do not get the desired outcome that you are looking for after spending so much. So if you have the opportunity to move to the Western world, you know that for the Western world, like the UK, they have put so many things in place to help children or young adults with these conditions, and then it's a very good thing that you are here to tap into that, but you do not know exactly where to start. So I'll be mentioning 3 major things that you should do immediately you get to the UK with your special needs child. The first thing you should do is to register with a GP surgery close to your home. And if you are already registered with your GP surgery, then you should call and book for an appointment. You call and then you tell them that you have a child who is either nonverbal or who's on the spectrum or whatever challenge your child is going through, and then you need to book an appointment to see the doctor. And so when you go in, the doctor will ask you all the relevant questions which you answer, and then they will take it up from there. The reason why you should book an appointment for the doctor to see your child is not really to give your child medicines or something, but it's to get your child put in the system. Because even though there are facilities that help, there is a way that things are done, and there is a system that all the institutions follow. And so when you go to see the GP, there are referrals that the GP will do to the specialists that take care of all this, the neurological clinics, the speech and language therapists, and all that. The referral will go through, and most of the time you'll be put on a waiting list to access these services. Okay, so the earlier you get to see your GP and get these referrals, the better for you to start getting the help that you require or your child requires. Okay, and sometimes after the appointment, for some time, if you are not hearing anything from any of the referrals, you can call your GP back and ask what is going on, because you came with your child and this and that, and the GP said you will look into it, and so you are calling to find out what is happening. The reason is that for me, when we took our child and then he was referred, the referral was rejected, but the GP didn't get back to us to tell us, oh, your referral was rejected, so the next thing to do is that it's after a follow-up call that we got to know that the referral was rejected, and then we asked them to re-refer because we do need the service. And then the second time the referral was accepted and he's put on a waiting list. Okay, even those systems work, they don't work as fast as you would think they should, maybe because of the high volume of numbers that they have to deal with. Okay, so I've been here for close to a year now, but then things are not as fast as I thought they should be. But they are in, at least you know you are on the waiting list. You have been put through the system and you are going through it. So you should do that immediately you settle. The second thing you should do is to apply for a school. I made a video about how to apply for a school or how to apply to get a school. So if you haven't watched that video yet, then you should go watch that video. So apply for a school, and then before you apply for any school, you should check their um what they have for special needs kids, which they call SEND.
SEND stands for Special Education Needs and Disabilities.
So you check, and if it's okay for you, you can go ahead to apply. And you could also go a step further by calling the school and getting to know their opening days. Opening days are the days that the school sets aside for parents and caregivers to come and check out their school and ask all the questions that they have to ask before they apply for it for their children. And so you can do that, ask your questions and decide to apply for the school. And when you're applying for the school, make sure that in your application you are stating that your child is this and has these difficulties or these challenges and all that, so that you don't spring the child up on the school. Sometimes this, when you do that, you might be accepted and rejected at the end or something. But then when you let them know in your application the child's needs and what the child's challenges are, the school will know if they are in the capacity to either admit your child or reject your child. So you should just let your application have those details so the school can make an informed decision. And then also be in constant communication with the school. But it should be more like back and forth. You ask the school, oh, how was he today, and all that, and the things that he does at home, you can communicate to the school. You can ask them for his curriculum, what he's doing, how he's taking things, how he's interacting with others, and all that. And also, the reason why I said you should apply for a school is that usually most of the help that the child needs, the school has to apply for. And so when the school sees all these limitations and all the limitations and all the things that the child needs, then the school will start their applications to the various specialists to come assess the child, and they fill the required forms to get the help that the child needs. Okay, and so for instance, if your child needs to go to a special school and not a mainstream school, the application is going to come from the school, because a parent cannot just stand up and go and apply for a state funded special school. It has to always come from the school, because before you attend that school you need an educational healthcare plan. Okay, that is more like funding for the child to go there, so you do not have to pay anything. There is always the option to go private, but we all know how private things are expensive. And so with everything that is going on, you might not want to have that additional expenses to have to cater for, because the public schools are equally good. Okay, and so you would want to have that after paying your immigration healthcare surcharge, paying for it in your taxes, you would want to utilize that. Okay, so you get into these processes faster if you start early. And the last one is that you should attend recommended how do you say it, recommended trainings. Okay, so either your GP or the school might send you an email recommending some trainings that you could join as a parent. No one will put a gun to your head or will force you or will follow up to see if you are doing the training, but you know that you need this help for your child and even for yourself to know how to handle certain things and certain conditions or certain situations. And so it's best that when these trainings are suggested to you, you go ahead and then you apply and then get onto the training. It will help a big deal. Okay, you can share your opinions in the comment section if there are some things that I've left out, or if there are some things that you could also suggest for us to all learn to get the help that we need for our kids. Okay, so if you are seeing me for the very first time, my name is Philomena, and it's been nice talking to you. kindly subscribe to the channel, like and share the video to reach other people who really need this information to start getting the help that they need. And so thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.